One of NASA's Apollo lunar modules may be missing. That's right, missing. And not even NASA seems to know where it is.
Where is Lunar Module 14? What state was it in? Does anybody have it? Does anybody know where it's at?
From 1962 to 1970, NASA commissioned Grumman Aircraft to build 15 space-worthy lunar modules for its Apollo program. Each one was labeled Lunar Modules 1 through 15 and cost around $150 million to make, or about $1.1 billion today.
Charlie Brown was selected by the astronauts as the code name for the Apollo 10 command module, and his friend Snoopy was the call sign for the lunar module.
NASA launched 10 of these lunar landers into space. 6 of them landed on the surface of the moon and brought the astronauts back. Other 4 were used for practices and dry runs of future missions, and there were 5 that were left on the ground.
3 of those 5 that never went to space, Lunar Modules 2, 9, and 13, are in museums, which leaves us with LM-14 and 15. Lunar Module 15
was another lunar lander that was being built for Apollo 20, which of course never happened. They turned it into scrap metal.
So that leaves us with 1 lunar lander, LM-14.
On the Smithsonian's website, there's a page listing the lunar landers and all of their fates. Lunar Module 15 is listed as scrapped, but if you go up 1 row and you look at Lunar Module 14, it says not used. What that means, we don't know, and that's what started this adventure in the first place.
To be clear, it is not easy to hide one of these landers. Once complete, they're the size of a small house and weigh about 35,000 pounds.
Now, when we started looking into Lunar Module 14, things were a little weird. The documents that we had access to said incomplete or not used. It didn't say anything about it being scrapped. It didn't say it was in any institution or museum. And so we started digging into this.
NASA and the Smithsonian didn't have evidence to its whereabouts. The Cradle of Aviation Museum didn't know. And even historians at Northrop Grumman, the original manufacturers of the lunar modules, were stumped.
But one of the experts that we talked to said, hey, I think it's at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. We looked into that, and it was not it. It was an early prototype from the Apollo program, a lunar module that was never supposed to fly into space.
And then we got a lead, sort of.
There was a document from March 1978 that is a disposition or list of everything in the Apollo program, what it was, what its code number was, and where it's located. And that document is missing page number 9, which is the page that describes where Lunar Module 14 would be located or what happened to it, if anything.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like some sort of Hollywood spy thriller, but this actually happened. Nobody could find this document. Even one of NASA's historians looked for us and couldn't locate it. And the same went for the National Archives. We finally got some clue as to what happened to it from University of Houston's Space Archive.
I heard you found page 9 of that document. Can you read it to me? Tell me what it says.
Next to LM-14, it says mission canceled.
Mission canceled. And then is there anything else that it says?
The next column says remarks. It says deleted from program.
Deleted from program. It doesn't say where it went or what happened to it.
No, it does not.
Okay.
So we were at a dead end.
Gentlemen, we salute you. In 2019, we also celebrate 50 years since brave young pilots flew 250,000 miles through space to plant the American flag on the face of the moon. Half a century later, we are joined by one of the Apollo 11 astronauts who planted that flag, Buzz Aldrin. Thank you, Buzz. This year, American astronauts will go back to space on American rockets.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. I think I know. I think I know. I think I know. I think I know. Because we didn't go there. Because we didn't go there. And that's the way it happened. And that's the way it happened.
There's no atmosphere, there's no air. If you bang on something when you're doing your spacewalk, you will not be able to hear that.